speak. The judge is on the phone. I guess he's not going to do it, Judge.
Well, that's fine. Would you ask him if he'd like me to appoint an attorney for him?
He can't afford one.
That's why we appoint attorneys for people.
Yes, but don't you have to reimburse him like $400 or something? He hasn't worked since June. He hasn't gotten any employment yet either.
That reimbursement is only required based on the ability to pay. If he doesn't have the ability to pay, there's no reimbursement required.
Okay. But he doesn't have a lawyer for this meeting.
I've got lawyers present right now. If he would like me to appoint an attorney for him, I can do that, and then he can have a private conversation with that attorney.
Got a lawyer for you and at no cost. You need to talk to him. And just tell him to go on without you, one of the two. I can't do it for you. Just let him know that go on without you. I can't do it for you. Yes, I'm speaking right now.
Hello.
Is this Stephen Campbell?
Yes, sir.
All right, hold on just a minute. Shannon, you can put us on the record now. Okay, this is the matter of Brian, Alyssa, and Amelia Baez Campbell. Ms. Campbell is present. Mr. Campbell is present by phone. Mr. Hotchkiss is LGAL. Mr. Way is present, and Mr. Anthony Moore for the agency. So, Mr. Campbell, you are entitled to be represented by an attorney. If you can't afford one, the court will appoint someone for you. When parents have the ability to pay, we sometimes collect the cost of that attorney at the point that they have the ability, but we don't want you to go without an attorney. You need to understand what your rights are in this matter. It is a very difficult thing to navigate without an attorney. My very strong recommendation for you today is that you let me appoint an attorney for you.
Well, I didn't know at the time, but I guess I have to go with the appointed attorney.
All right, we will appoint. Who's next, Shannon? All right, Mr. Ivan Brown has been appointed. He's currently on vacation, but his associate, Chris Hurlbert, is present today. And
Your Honor, I don't believe I have paperwork on this case, which would make sense, but I don't have anything that I'm aware of.
Because nobody had been appointed yet. I know
Sure.
Ivan was furnished with the petition, but I'm sure Shannon can find a copy of it and have it forwarded, or Matt, if you've got one readily available.
I'll send a copy to right now, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Way.
So Mr. Campbell, what's happening right now is we're getting Mr. Hurlbert a copy of the petition that was filed. And what I'm going to do, as soon as he gets that, I'm going to hang up this line so that he can call you and have a private conversation with you this morning, and then figure out how we are going to proceed today. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want.
Hold on, I want to make sure he's got it.
I think it's coming in right now, Your Honor. Believe this is it. Thank you, Mr. West. Mr. Campbell, is your number what's listed on the petition?
Now, let me give it to you, Chris. It's 517 962 9332.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
Hang up your
that's correct.
hang up your phone now, Mr. Campbell. Mr. Hurlbert's going to give you a call. Chris, I'm going to mute your phone.
Okay.
All right, and this next one, I think we can move on to the Ballou miners. Let me see who I need to get in here for this. Miss Tyler, there she is. And Mr. Ballou, I understand, is in custody. We'll call over the jail and have him brought into the meeting room. I see across the alley. Good morning, Deputy. This is Judge LaFlamme.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you today?
Good.
Could you bring Ellen Ballou into my hearing room, please?
I'm not sure I have the right name. Ballou?
Belleu.
She was actually released already.
She actually, I think it's father, but so he was released. Okay, well.
Yeah. He was released. Let me see when he was. He was released, time served yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, Mr. Ballou is no longer in jail. I do have a couple of devices here. I don't know who they are. I'm going to find out right now.
Morning.
Morning. So what is your name on the iPad?
Carissa Cahey.
All right. All right, and I'm going to change the name on your device so I know who you are, so I can bring you in at the right time. And I'm sorry, give me your name one more time.
Carissa Cahey.
How do you spell Cahey?
Keahey.
All right, we'll bring you back in when it's time for your case.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right, we're trying to make connections with a couple other folks here.
Sure.
Okay, I just asked for you to unmute, ma'am. What is your name, ma'am?
Me,
Yes.
Christine Campbell.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, I'm sorry, not you, man. The woman on the device, it says Z719DL with the green mug. What is your name? Your audio is turned off. I can't hear you. Check the settings in the lower left-hand corner. Now you just muted it. It's a setting that you have to change.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can, yes. What is your name, please?
Donna Bishop.
All right, Ms. Bishop, I'm going to put a name with your device so I know who you are. And I'm going to put you back in the waiting room and we'll bring you back in when it's time for your case, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and I have someone on a Phoenix 4. What is your name, please? Check your audio settings. Nothing's coming through. Now you just muted your phone. Try something else.
Judge LaFlamme, that is
Yes.
Stephanie Hadley.
Hadley,
Correct.
thank you. So Ms. Hadley, I have at least named the screen so I know who you are, but we are not picking up your sound. Somewhere on your device, there's an ability to adjust the sound settings. You need to try to do that so we can hear you. For now, I'm going to put you back. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room until, oh no, this is your case. I'm sorry. So Ms. Hadley, Mr. Ballou, we just found out was released from jail. He has not logged into the hearing. Do you have any way for us to contact him? Yeah, we still can't hear you, ma'am. Your audio is turned off. All right, I'm going to try calling Ms. Hadley. As far as you know, Ms. Tyler, that's the correct phone number on the petition.
Is it ending in 6625?
No, it says 0865.
Then no, that's not. She has a different number.
Right. Why don't you give me that?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Judge.
Would you give me that different number, please?
Yes. It's 517-817-6625.
All right, I'm going to try to call her now. Ms. Hadley, I'm going to call you so that we can actually hear you. You can leave this open. Is this on your phone? Not if that's true. All
Yeah,
right,
it's on her phone because I've been texting her back and forth.
All right. Oh, looks like. Ms. Hadley, can you hear me? Can't hear her. Call didn't go through. Let me try again.
Hello.
Is this Stephanie Hadley?
Yeah, sorry. My volume on my phone is messed up. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. I don't know.
All right, well, we can hear you on this phone, so we'll just do it this way.
Okay, and Alan is right next to me too. He just doesn't have, we don't have another phone.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good. I've got you both present. You already had an initial hearing in front of the referee, is that correct?
I didn't have no hearing in front of anybody.
All
I
right.
didn't talk to anybody.
All right, we'll treat this as your first hearing then.
Okay.
You both have received a copy of the petition that was filed in this matter?
Yes, we did.
Okay. You are entitled to an attorney, either one of your choosing or one appointed for you by the court. Would you like the court to appoint someone to represent you this morning?
Yeah, I would like an attorney.
Okay. Yes, your mom first. Mr. Ivan Brown will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Today, his associate is handling his hearings. His name is Chris Earlbert. That's all on the petition, correct? Shannon? Oh, I got you. Well, I just want to know if I was looking in the right place. Okay, ma'am, obviously your phone number is incorrect, but your address is incorrect, sorry, let's say it again. Is your address correct on the petition?
The 4096 Garland Drive, yes, that's correct.
Okay, good. And is that Mr. Ballou's address as well?
Yeah, it's mine and Alan's house.
And Mr. Ballou is present with you at the house?
Right now, yes.
There was an order entered for him not to be in that house.
Well, I had a team meeting with Mia and the supervisor, and when they came to give me the court order for Alan not to be like around the kids, we were down at Alan's mom's house, and I asked Mia if my kids could stay down at Alan's mom's because I feel more comfortable with them there. And then when we had a team meeting, she said that they were gonna let the courts know that Alan's been staying at his house. Okay. And the kids they've been at his mom's. So right now my kids are at my mom's house.
All right.
So we could get this done.
Hold on, Ms. Tyler is present for the hearing. I can ask her to confirm that. Is that all accurate, Ms. Tyler?
Yes, that's accurate. The home actually belongs to Alan. So therefore, we had the kids leave the home because it's actually his home. And Stephanie doesn't, she stays with Alan. So the kids are with his mother.
All right, so I need to revoke this order
That's correct.
so he doesn't get arrested.
That's correct.
All right, we'll take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Shannon, there's an order removing alleged abuser from the home. The one I'm looking at has got my signature on it. In any event, it's going to need to be revoked. Okay. Mr. Ballou's attorney will be, you just told me. Who was it? Mr. Ken Hotchkiss, and he is also present. It's going to be a little challenging for your attorneys to have private conversations with you, but we're going to need for that to happen. Obviously, each of you are going to be present at that end. Is it the same phone number for both of you?
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break. Mr. Hotchkiss, you've still got a few minutes before you have to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hang up this phone. I'm going to give the phone number to each of the attorneys. Each of them in turn will call you, Mr. Hurlbert for you, ma'am, Mr. Hotchkiss for your husband.
Okay.
Let me make sure both attorneys have the petition, first of all. Do you?
I do, Your Honor.
I have it, Your Honor, yes.
All right, so we're going to take a little break now so that the attorneys can have a private conversation with you.
Okay.
Let me give you both that phone number in case you didn't write it down. It is 517-962. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. No, I'm sorry. That's the wrong file. I got two files open here. Pardon me. It's 517-817-6625. So Mr. Hurlbert, why don't you call first and then let Ken know when you're done with your conversation with your client so that he in turn can call Mr. Ballou and have a conversation with him. Okay?
Will do, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to hang up the telephone. We'll get you back in once your attorneys let me know that we're ready to proceed, okay?
Okay.
And I think we're stuck now until we can complete those calls. So I'm going to take us off the record. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have we might be able to do post-term. Let's do that. Matthew Darrell. Well, wait a minute. Let's see who's on that file. Shannon, who's the LGAL on?
I'm the LGL, Your Honor. I can do it real quick while I'm waiting for Mr. Hurlbert.
Okay, let's do that then. And let's see. We've got Joy Jennings and Jessica Urch. Let me get them in. As soon as we have an audio, okay. This is the matter of Matthew Darrell. Mr. Hotchkiss is LGAL. And we have workers Jessica Urch and Joy Jennings, correct? Mr. Hotchkiss, how's Matthew doing?
Honor, Matthew's currently placed with his paternal aunt and uncle. He's doing extremely well. They report everything is going very well in their home. He's adjusting, and they're moving forward with the things they need to complete to finalize the adoption. I think they're given to understand that should be within the next couple of months. I've had an opportunity to review the report. Looks like progress is being made toward that goal of adoption. I think it's great for Matthew, and I would ask that the court follow the recommendations. Thank you.
Ms. Urch or Ms. Jennings, do either of you have anything to add to your reports?
I do not.
Ms. Urch, we saw your lips move, but we didn't hear a thing.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Nothing to add, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you both. I am going to implement the recommendations. We'll set our next review hearing for May 4th at 8:45. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Well, we got something done.
Did we lose Mr. Hotchkiss?
I'm still here. Are you through?
I'm done, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Shannon, that order removing should have been entered on lien. So I'm not sure if there's a separate order required to remove it. But we need to find out because they need to be told to remove that. So they need to get arrested.
Bagel. Good kitty. What are you doing? Good job, baby boy. Toy got stuck under my speaker. Got it?
Okay, I see Mr. Hotchkiss is back. Let me get the parents back on the line.
Hello?
Hello, this is Judge LaFlamme. We're back on the record now in the matter of the Ballou minors. You've each had an opportunity now to speak with your court-appointed attorneys. There's a few other things I need to inform you of. In addition to the right to counsel, you also have the right to a trial. That trial can be before a judge or a jury if you make a timely jury demand. Do either of you have any Native American ancestry?
No.
Counsel, is it necessary for me to read the petition today?
Okay.
Your Honor, on behalf of defendant father or respondent father, we would waive the reading of the petition, waive probable cause, and ask this matter be set for a pretrial and trial.
Mr. Hurlbert?
Same, Your Honor.
Okay,
Actually, just waive reading,
Correct.
not entitled to probable cause. It's an in-home petition. Sorry.
any reason we can't just set the matter for trial?
No, Your Honor.
That's fine, Your Honor. It's my understanding that the children were with the paternal grandmother.
Okay, there will be a continuing order then that Mr. Ballou is not to be present in the home with the children. Is that correct, Ms. Tyler?
That is correct.
All right, but I will be removing the order that ordered him out of the home since it is his home. We will set our trial for March 23 at 1:30. The addresses are correct, yes. The phone number we just corrected. And I wrote it on the petition. And I'm sorry, I'm just writing a few notes so that the proper order can be entered.
The appropriate time, Your Honor, I'd like to address parenting time, please.
Yes, just a second. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Hotchkiss.
As the court's already indicated, the children are with the paternal grandmother. It's my understanding that the agency has previously approved that she supervised parenting time with my client, and we would like to allow that parenting time order to continue. Thank you.
All right, any objection to parenting time supervised by the agency or its designee for father?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
I do just have one thing I wanted to address.
Go ahead, Mr. Way.
Ms. Tyler informed me that there have been issues getting inside the paternal grandmother's home they were able to verify the well-being of the children. But obviously if they're going to stay there, Ms. Tyler is going to need to be able to get inside the home, and the grandmother's going to have to cooperate with CPS. I don't know that I either asked that the court order that cooperation, or the parents would certainly need to communicate that to the grandmother, because if that doesn't happen, we're going to have to find different arrangements, and it may obviously affect the father's living situation.
And this is the paternal grandmother?
Yes, paternal.
All right, Mr. Ballou, I'm going to put it in my order, but can you communicate with your mother that it's essential that she allow Ms. Tyler access so that she can ensure that the children are being well cared for?
Yes, she was actually going to give me and Tyler a call today.
Okay, I'll put that in my order, but it sounds like she's going to be cooperating, Ms. Tyler. Okay, so let's see. Counsel, I'm assuming that neither one of you wish to have your clients make a statement today.
No, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. We will, as I've indicated, schedule this matter for trial on March 23 at 1:30. Anything else the court needs to address today?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, parents. That concludes our hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I be able to step away for a couple minutes?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, so hold on. Always happens when I have two files open at the same time. All right. While Mr. Hotchkiss is away, we'll have to move on to another case. Let's see. Well, he's on that one. Shannon, do you know if Ken is on the Marion Jackson? Good, he's not. All right, so let's do Camary and Jackson while we're waiting on Mr. Hotchkiss. Looks like Ms. McCluskey is LGAL on that file. And what did I do with mine? Celeste Merchant is our worker. And let's see, do I have any parents present?
I don't think the parents have been participating for quite a while, Your Honor. I think they might be non-respondents as well.
Is this a dependency case?
I think so. The father might be a respondent, but he hasn't participated in probably close to a year.
All right, does he have, he hasn't ever appeared in requested an attorney?
No, I don't believe, he's appeared, but I don't think he ever wanted an attorney.
Okay, well, it looks like we've got everyone here. Mr. Way for the petitioner, Ms. Celeste Merchant on behalf of the agency, and Ms. McCluskey, LGAL. Ms. McCluskey, how's Camarion doing? Well, let me ask, has Camarion participated in the past? Seems like he has.
He usually does, Your Honor. Yeah.
Let me see.
I can.
Ms. Merchant?
Yes.
Who would he be with? I see other names listed here. I don't see his name listed, but.
Yeah. He has refused to participate today.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough then. I just wanted to make sure I didn't exclude him from the hearing. So go ahead, Ms. McCluskey.
Your Honor, I wasn't able to reach KJ, but I was hoping he would participate. I did review the court report. I know he's historically kind of up and down, and it looks like he's having some motivational issues right now, which I'm disappointed to see. But I reviewed the report. I'm in agreement with the recommendations. You know, I'm in agreement with obviously the case staying open so we can monitor, just because I think KJ needs some pushing. But he does have a lot of potential. He's a great kid. So no objection to the recommendations. Thank you.
So Ms. Merchant, how is Camarion doing?
For the most part, he's doing well. Our biggest thing that we're going through right now is just getting him on track with school. We did have a meeting last week, did not go so well, but we are going to be meeting with him again after court. And so hopefully we're going to attempt to put in the plan that that was created on Friday.
All right, well, the recommendations do appear to be appropriate. I'm going to implement them. We will set our next review hearing for May 4th at 9 a.m. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Mr. Hotchkiss is back already.
Doesn't look like they're quite ready for me, Judge.
Oh, okay. Well, while we've got you here, let me call the Russell and Rochford case. I think we're simply receiving a termination petition today, but let me see if I've got parents. David Russell, I know, did participate the last hearing we had. I don't see him in the waiting room. I don't see the mother. And let's see, Ms. Cooling. There she is. Okay, this is the matter of David Russell and Rain Rochford. Mr. Way is here for the petitioner, Ms. Cooling for the agency. Let's see, Ms. McCluskey is LGAL. Mr. Hotchkiss represents mom. Mr. Kelly represents dad, Russell. I do not see the parents, but frankly, we're just here to receive a termination petition in any event. Counsel, has everyone received a copy of the termination petition?
I have, Your Honor, yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll set this trial or hearing rather, termination hearing on Tuesday, March 16th at 1:30. Is there anything else the court needs to address today?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, we'll see you back here on the 16th for that one.
Thank you.
And let's see, I think we are ready to go back to the Campbell Baez matter. Let me get parents back on the phone.
Five, 1, 7, 9, 6, 2, 9, 3, 3, 2 is not available.
All right, well, it looks like Mr. Campbell is choosing not to participate any further, but we have an attorney who's been appointed. Mr. Hurlbert, is it necessary for me to read the petition?
No, Your Honor. Waive reading, waive probable cause, ask the matter be set for trial.
Trial and disposition will be March 23rd at 1 p.m. Parenting time is currently suspended. I'm assuming that's what the agency is requesting.
Yes, Your Honor.
Allegations, it appears appropriate. Anything else the court needs to address today?
Oh, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Campbell, did you have any questions for the court?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you all back here March 23rd at 1 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and I've worked through the handful of files that I grabbed, Shannon, so why don't you hand me another handful? Okay, thanks. Okay, next up, Rudloff minors.
The worker is going to be Ms. Feedaway, Your Honor. She's filling in for Ms. Blair.
Okay, we'll get her in. And Mr. Rudloff, we'll bring him in. And Ms. Cahey, let's see, I know she was here earlier. Let's see if she's still here. There she is. Spelled her name wrong. Okay, I think I've got everyone here now in the matter of Kaylin and Bryson Rudloff. Mr. Way for the petitioner, Ms. Fedowoff for the agency. Mr. Kelly represents the father. Ms. McCluskey represents mom, and Mr. Hotchkiss is LGAL. And we have both parents present. So Ms. Cahey, we had some mail returned. Has your mailing address changed?
I'm at Briggs Highway.
All right, give me that address, please. You ready, Shannon? Go ahead.
10302 Briggs, BRIGGS Highway, Cement City, Michigan, 49233.
Thank you. So let's see, Mr. Hotchkiss, how are these children doing?
Under Kaylin and Bryson are in home with their father. They're doing pretty well in his care. Their dad has noticed some behavior issues after the visits with mom. It looks like mom is struggling certainly with progress, and this looks like this is a case that the court may want to consider closing with a custody order. My only apprehension is I think dad is getting some assistance from DHS for services for Kaylin specifically right now. I think is in a speech course and is getting some assistance there. But other than that, it looks like this case could close once that's completed. Thank you.
Mr. Kelly, what is your position on the recommendations? You're muted, Mike.
The report is essentially directed at mom. What is stated about dad is positive. I hadn't been able to talk with him about this report. I left him a voicemail on the 8th. But maybe we can touch base about the idea of a custody order. I would be reluctant to advise him on something like that if there are services that would be affected with a closure of this case. However, maybe that can be further explored with a caseworker to make sure these kids are getting what they need. And if they can, with a custody order be put in place, we can certainly explore that alternative.
And Ms. McCluskey?
Your Honor, I left a message for my client after I received the court report and we played some phone tag. I've not been able to discuss the report with her or obviously a custody order. It's the first I've heard of that suggestion. I don't have any objection to the recommendations or what were previously ordered. As far as the custody order, that's something I would have no comment on. I haven't been able to discuss that with my client. Thank you.
Given that there are some services that the children are benefiting from, or at least one child is benefiting from, it makes sense that the court keep the case open at least so those services could continue to be provided.
No, go.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I do have something to add, Your Honor, yes. The services that are being afforded to the children would not be affected by case closure or change. They're not being provided through DHS.
No, Dad's on the phone.
Mr. Rudloff, I'm going to mute your phone. You'll still be able to hear us.
Were you able, should I repeat what I had said?
No, I heard you. What form would an appropriate custody order take from your perspective?
I'm filling in for Miss Blair, who's the assigned worker. I don't have any notes on this custody order and what our position is on that specifically, but I did just want to point out that the services that are being offered to the children would not be affected by DHS, whether or not we're involved.
So what kind of parenting time has mom been afforded?
Supervised parenting time.
And are those all supervised by the agency?
I'm sorry, I don't know specifically on exactly who's supervising all of those.
Mom's nodding her head, so.
Yes, Jessica Payne for Jackson County DHS is actually supervising right now.
So, Ms. Cahey, the recommendation from the lawyer guardian ad litem was that there really doesn't appear to be a strong reason for the court to keep this case open. And the only concern was with respect to services, which we've now had confirmed would continue to be available for the children. Entering of a custody order that would allow the court to terminate jurisdiction would put you in the position of having supervised parenting time only, at least for the foreseeable future, until you're able to get your issues under control. I know you'd probably like an opportunity to discuss that with your attorney. Would you like to have a private conversation right now?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. McCluskey, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Cahey.
Okay.
Just follow
Thank
the
you.
instructions on your screen to join that conference.
Well, Your Honor, I've had to call in as a
Thank you.
reminder. So is it easier for you if I hang up and call her?
No, this works great. Just keep you
Oh,
in.
it does?
I'll put
Okay.
you both. Yeah, you can do it with a phone.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, if you have trouble, just come back and let me know.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
the supervisor, Farah Galamali, has indicated she has tried to call in, potentially in the waiting room.
I don't see her name listed.
Okay.
I do have a Galaxy notebook. Let me see who that is. I just let a Galaxy notebook into the courtroom. What is your name, please? Not sure we've got a connection with that. Oh, there's Ms. Galamali. I'll let her in. Now we're having trouble getting a audio connection. And I have no idea who that is on the Galaxy notebook. Maybe More of a connection.
Hello, can
there.
you hear me?
Ms. Glomley?
Yes, can you hear me?
Now. Yes.
Sorry.
So we were having trouble getting on the record with the Rudloff minors. I have no idea what is on the Galaxy notebook. All right, I think you've got your YouTube streaming still.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes.
I can hear you, but I'm getting feedback from your
Sorry.
So we were. All right, until you get that off, I'm going to mute it, but I'll tell you what's going on. Suggestion was made in the Rudloff minors matter that the court simply enter a custody order since mom doesn't seem to be making very good progress and the children are doing well with the father. I posed that possibility to the mother and her attorney, and they are currently having a private conversation about that topic. And let's see if while we're waiting for them, we can get something else done. We've got a post term for Anthony Schultz. Who is LGAL on that file?
I am, Your Honor.
You still waiting for whatever's happening across the hall?
I just finished up. Thank you.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. All right, let me see. Jackie Johnson. And let's see, is there an adoption worker, Leanna Scott? Let me see if she's present. Yes, she is. No, we've moved on to Anthony Schultz. And present, Mr. Hotchkiss is LGAL, and workers are Jackie Johnson and Leanna Scott. So Mr. Hotchkiss, how is Anthony doing?
Honor, Anthony's he's doing very well. He's currently placed with maternal aunt and uncle. He's been there since approximately mid-October. They're in the process of pursuing adoption. They're being told that that should occur somewhere around May, but he's adjusted very well. He's looking forward to it. I think it's a great home for him, and I have reviewed the report and in support of the recommendations. Thank you.
Ms. Johnson, or wait a minute, did we lose? We lost Leanne Scott. Let me get her back in. So while we're getting her in, Ms. Johnson, do you have anything to add to your report?
Anthony's doing extremely well. So.
Good to hear. And Ms. Scott, anything to add to your report concerning Anthony Schultz?
Just that we have made some more progress since the writing of the report. I have a lot of documents that were turned in from the family, and I should be requesting subsidy this week and hopefully consent either at the end of this week or the beginning of next week.
Wonderful. Well, I will set this matter then for review hearing on May 4th at 8:45. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rudloff, we're still waiting on. Rebecca's talking to him. And let's see, looks like we should be able to move on to Sophia Johnson. Get everyone in on that one while we're waiting on Rudloff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chris Robert for Ivan Brown, LGAL.
Ms. Fedewa is still here. And let's see what I got for parents. Marissa Johnson, I see her. And Ms. Fedewa, are we expecting anyone else present besides mom?
I don't believe so. The father is absent, and placement and Sophia Cairo did not want to participate in this hearing today.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Way for the petitioner. Mr. Kelly represents, well, let's see, this father. Mr. Kelly, you represented the father of the other child that was on this case, correct?
Believe so, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Wall and Wine. All right, let me fix my file so I don't make that mistake in the future. Mr. Schultz doesn't have an attorney and has never participated. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and Mr. Hotchkiss represents the mother. Let me hear from Mr. Hurlbert. How's Sophia doing?
It's my understanding from Mr. Brown, Your Honor, that things are good. I think that he sent the scale form to your clerk. I hope he did. I don't have a copy of it here in the file, but it's my understanding that things are going well.
All right, Shannon, the mother, Marissa Johnson, is present. And Mr. Hotchkiss, do you have a position on the recommendations?
Your Honor, I have reviewed the report and the recommendations, but have not had an opportunity to discuss with my client and unable to reach her, so I'll have no comment. Thank you.
Well, she's present here this morning. Would you like that opportunity now?
That'd be great.
Ms. Johnson, you can hear me okay?
Yes,
all
Your
right.
Honor.
I'm going to put you in a private breakout room with your attorney so that he can discuss the report and the recommendations with you, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, let's see. Can she just hang up and redial? Or is she on the phone on another matter? Oh, okay. Tell her to just try redialing in when she's ready.
I am back in, Your Honor, if everyone's waiting for me. So Rebecca.
Okay. Well, before I go back to that, well, hold on. All right. Well, let's finish up Rudloff then. Now that we've got everyone back. So, Ms. McCluskey, you had a chance to discuss Mr. Hotchkiss's recommendation. with your client?
I did, Your Honor. At this time, I think it's a testament to her. She would prefer that this case stay open and continue to participate and have the agency oversee her progress as opposed to a custody order, because she did start off doing very well. I know there's been some scheduling difficulties with probation and dropping, but she is back on track and expects to be fully compliant moving forward with her probation terms and the terms she's ordered to through this case. So we would object to the custody order at this time. She would like the court to know that there's a reference to a positive blood alcohol screen in January, but she indicates that she did take a second test 10 minutes later, and that one was completely clean. So that there appears to be some discrepancy with that first test. So she would like to clarify that for the record. She is in the process of securing sober housing. So she is back on track and presumably doing well at this time. We would request, if the agency does not have an objection, or I guess if Mr. Rudloff doesn't have an objection, request that he's able to supervise some parenting time. That way she's able to spend more time with her children. Obviously they're young. And the parenting time supervised by the agency is always difficult to expand, obviously. So we would put in that request if we could, Your Honor. And then again, there are no objections to the rest of the recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let me ask whether the agency would have any objection to Mr. Rudloff supervising some parenting time.
Your Honor, this is Ms. Glomley speaking. The concerns that we would have with Mr. Roloff doing the visits is that Carissa has been inconsistent at the agency with the visits. She stated that, due to illnesses or transportation or COVID or scheduling conflicts, she hasn't been able to come to the agency for visits. There's a history between domestic violence between these two individuals. Carissa still has not fully completed with services. So I don't think it's in the best interest of the kids for Brandon to be supervising those visits at this time. Carissa does have an appointment for a psychological evaluation that is coming up with Dr. Lauder. Actually, it's today at 1:30. So if we can also talk to Dr. Lauder to see what the best interest is, but the agency would not be in agreement for Brandon to be supervising the visits at this time. And also, we were also informed, Your Honor, that she had a diluted drug screen on 2/3. Her probation officer just notified Ms. Blair of that.
All right, well, given that there's a psych eval about to take place, it certainly makes sense that the case remain open for at least another reporting period so we can see what the results of that evaluation are and what the recommendations are. With the agency's objection, I'm not going to allow visits to be supervised by Mr. Rudloff. If we'll reevaluate in May and see where we are. If mom is showing inconsistent participation in services, I might very well direct that a custody order enter at that time. But hopefully, we all want her to succeed. We want to give her this chance. Hopefully, she'll have a good quarter and begin to show some consistency. Otherwise, I'm going to implement the recommendations, and we'll set our next review hearing for May 4th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, and thank you all for your patience in working through this one.
Thank you.
Like all of our cases are struggling this morning in terms of efficiency, so have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
All right, so let's see. I was trying to figure out how to get wonderful. So we wanted to give Mr. Hotchkiss a chance to communicate with Ms. Johnson. I had a little trouble with the breakout rooms. Um, oh, here we go. All right, so Mr. Hotchkiss and Ms. Johnson, I'm about to open a private room for the two of you. Just follow the instructions on the screen and come back into the hearing when you're done.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me set this aside. And let's-
Matt?
Yes.
What was the date we got on Johnson? Did we not get one yet?
We haven't gotten one yet.
Okay,
I
thank
imagine
you.
it's going to be May 4th in the morning.
May 4th, it'll be May 4th at 9:15.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
I think we're ready to move on to Love Neal. Let me see, we got Samantha Wright. We'll bring her in. And the father is Charlie Miller. I don't see him in the room. Who's LGAL on the matter?
That is me, Your Honor, Rebecca.
And as an attorney, Mom was terminated, correct?
Yes.
Mom was terminated. Dad basically has not been involved at all. So he does not have an attorney. And we do have if the court changes the goal today, we do have a termination petition prepared in advance.
Okay. So Ms. McCluskey, are you in support of a goal change for the father?
I am, Your Honor. Considering his complete lack of involvement, I am.
All right, and Ms. Wright, that is still your recommendation?
Yes.
All right, the court will grant that goal change. We will set a hearing February 23 at 9:15 for receipt of a termination petition.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we have a termination petition we can file today if the court just wanted to simply submit or to set a date for trial.
Yeah, let's do that. Shannon, you want to find us a date for trial on this one? Yes. March 23rd at 10:30?
March 23rd.
Yeah, yes, March 23rd at 10:30. We don't, the morning's pretty open that day, so we can schedule it for the morning.
All right, I will send a copy of the petition to the court and Ms. McCluskey after Words, Ms. Wright, can you just send it to the clerk's office to be filed?
Yep.
Thank you.
Can you send me a copy too, please?
Yep.
Just so I have it in file.
So I'm assuming we originally published as to Dad, is that right?
I believe so, Your Honor.
And, all right, because we don't have an address for him. Okay, you've got your dates then. I will set a review hearing. Just in the event termination doesn't occur, that will be May 4th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shannon wishes me to note for the record that Matway is awesome. Because she just
No
got.
objection.
Matt needs a haircut.
I strenuously object.
I got one set up on Friday. I need one desperately. Mike, I can't keep the curls in place.
Okay, we've got Mr. Hotchkiss and Ms. Johnson back on Sophia Johnson. So, Mr. Hotchkiss, you had an opportunity to talk to your clients.
I have, Your Honor. I went over the report and the recommendations with my client. He's indicated to me that, and she has acknowledged that she's had a big relapse. She's engaged the services of a former psychiatrist. That information is known to the agency. She's also begun with a new therapist, which I think she's only met with once, but she plans on weekly therapy with this therapist out of Life Springs in Michigan Center. She is committed to proving herself within the next review period. Even though there's been some discussions regarding a guardianship, she thinks that she will be able to prove to the agency and to all those that are watching her that she can stay sober, and she's committed to reunification. Thank you.
And let's see, I've lost sight of who's on this case. Ms. Fedowa, any updates to your report or modifications to your recommendations?
My update is that Sophia Caro Johnson has been admitted to a partial hospitalization program, which should be done where it's an intensive psychiatric treatment that is outpatient, where she receives all the same psychiatric treatments, but she gets to stay in her placement with grandma. I have a request that the court order that we had signed, allowing the agency to sign for treatment and medications for Sophia. I do still request that stays for the agency to be able to sign, so that we can assist with ensuring Sophia gets treatment. But I do agree that Marissa is doing very well since about, I believe it was the 28th of January. She's kind of leveling back out and things are going pretty smooth, and has been involved with the treatment for Sophia, and consenting for Sophia's treatments and medications.
Where is Sophia currently?
Currently, she's placed with maternal grandmother. And during the days she goes to a hospitalization program where she does intensive outpatient mental health treatment, but her placement at night is with grandma.
And is that placement through DHHS or is that part of a safety plan?
That is through DHS.
Okay, the recommendations appear appropriate. I will implement them. We will set our next review hearing for May 4th at 9:15.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And let's see, looks like we're ready for a couple more post-terms. Elena Wilson. Who is our LGAL on this file?
I am, Your Honor, Mike Kelly.
Okay, and I also have present in the hearing Amanda Getting and Catherine Nutter. So, Mr. Kelly, how is Elena doing?
Elena's doing well. Placement had no concerns. They're just looking forward to the completion of the adoption. I've reviewed the report. I have no objection to the recommendations, and I'm in agreement with the ultimate goal of adoption.
So I see a projected date in February. Is this one going to show up on my calendar this month?
This is Amanda Getting. I'm hopeful, Your Honor. Subsidy is in place. Consent was submitted last Monday. And it's a straightforward consent. I can't think it's going to take them that long. So I'm hopeful that hopefully by the end of February, we'll have a date if your docket permits.
Wonderful. Ms. Nutter, did you have anything to add?
I have no updates. She's doing really well.
Oh, that's good to hear. I will set what hopefully would be the last review hearing. Actually, hopefully today is the last review hearing, but if something goes south, we'll set a date for May 4th at 8:45. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's see, Caitlin Blair, Ms. Johnson. Well, she was here earlier. Let's see if someone else is listed on this one. Raven Braswell, there he is. And who is our LGAL for Caitlin Blair?
I am, Your Honor.
And also present for this hearing is Melissa Brecht and Raven Braswell. How is Caitlin doing?
My understanding and speaking with placement, she seems to be opening up and is doing better. She had some struggles with school, but she's getting assistance with that, and that seems to be helping as well. Other than the ongoing, it seems like billing related issues that will relating to insurance and coverage for certain things like the orthodontia and such, which resolve itself once the adoption is completed. It seems like things are going fairly well for her. I reviewed the report, Your Honor, and I'm in agreement with the ultimate goal of adoption. Thank you.
And Ms. Brecht or Ms. Braswell, do either of you have anything to add to your reports?
No, Your Honor. No, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you. We'll set our next review hearing then for May 4th at 8:45. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Montrell Johnson, and I saw Montrell was present.
Chris Robert for Evan Brown, LGAL.
And we're making an audio connection here. All right, looks like we have one. Screen says it's Christopher Turkey and Montrell Johnson present. Mr. Hurlbert, how's Montrell doing?
Again, Your Honor, from Mr. Brown, before he left, it was my understanding that things are going well, and I do think that he sent in the scale form to your clerk.
Thank you. Are you in support of the recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor. Fully in support.
Okay, and Montrell or Mr. Durkee, do either of you have anything to say?
No. Not right now, I'm sorry. You got anything you want to say? No? Okay. Recently, I have just entered the case. Previously, it was a different case manager. I've had the case now for approximately about just under 2 weeks now. Still trying to get back and figuring out the whole case situation and kind of where we're at with it. But Joy Jennings has most of the information for how Montrell's been doing.
I didn't bring her in. Or if I did, I lost her. All right, and Ms. Jen, sorry, I don't know what happened, but in any event, we're on Montrell's case currently.
Thank you.
Was there anything you wanted to add to your report? Any updates for the court?
Yes, I did want to provide a few updates just because it has been a busy last couple weeks. I wanted to update that on the 1st of February, there was an incident where Montrell ran out of the facility with a fire extinguisher and broke 3 windows of a staff person's car. And there's a current probation violation hearing scheduled for Thursday at 2 p.m. And another update would be Montrell has been doing more phone calls with his father, Montel. And I also wanted to note that in the court report in the reunification section, there is a typo. And I wanted to correct that Montel's expressed he does not want reunification with Montrell, not that he does.
And I think that's been the case all along. But I'm glad to see that they're communicating. I think that's a positive thing. Okay, recommendations appear appropriate. We'll schedule this matter for our next review hearing on May 4th at 9:15. And Montrell, we hope things go well for you. Anything you wanted to say or ask the court today?
No.
Okay, very good. That concludes our hearing. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, next up, we've got a preliminary inquiry actually, let's see, what is this? The matter of Hayden Riddle. Make sure I get everyone in here.
Your Honor, Beth Squire, the supervisor, also would like to participate.
Okay, we'll bring her and Molly both in. I don't have anybody else out in the waiting room, so I'm assuming there's no parents participating today. This is the matter of Hayden Riddle.
Ms. Squire, do we know whether the parents are participating?
The parents have been notified. Molly, I'm going to let you speak to that. I don't think they're going to show up is my thought. Go ahead, Molly.
Yes, the parents were notified during the last Thursday during the pre-hearing, and they were notified that they would be assigned attorneys and that the hearing would be today at 10 a.m.
I have petitions for a court-appointed attorney that were filled out downstairs, it looks like. So Shannon, who would be our next two attorneys?
So Rebecca for mom and Kelly for dad.
We lost Rebecca. I don't see her.
Who's guardian?
I am.
Mr. Hotchkiss is LGAL. Rebecca's not present. I wonder if she figured she was done. Can you send her a quick note? So we're waiting on Ms. McCluskey to come back in. While we're waiting, I'm going to take a quick look at the petition. So Hayden is a boy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is Hayden currently?
Hayden is currently with his paternal aunt, Katrina Crittenton.
Is that a voluntary placement by the parents?
Yes, the parents have only had Hayden in their care a handful of times since Hayden's been born. All the rest of the duration, Hayden has been staying with his Aunt Katrina. They will drop him off and pick him up when convenient and when they would like to spend time with him. Katrina is more than happy to have Hayden at her home and to care for Hayden.
Is she a safe and suitable caregiver?
I believe so, yes. She's not located on Central Registry. She does not have a criminal history. And it's been a safe space for Hayden since he's been born in October.
And have the parents provided the caregiver, the aunt, with authority to care for the child?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? You broke up, Your Honor.
Yeah, I was just trying to confirm that there was a power of attorney or something in place in the event the aunt needed to obtain care.
Yes, Your Honor, there is a power of attorney that was put in place. There is a signed power of attorney.
All right, it looks like Ms. McCluskey's back with us. And Shannon, I'm sorry, I didn't write down who you said represents whom. Rebecca is for mom or dad? So Ms. McCluskey, we're on the matter of Hayden Riddle. A attorney appointment form was filled out for mom at initial hearing, and you've been assigned a representative. She is not present this morning. It sounds like the parents are essentially homeless, moving from motel to motel according to the petition. Do we have any way of contacting the parents this morning to at least have them speak with their attorneys? Do they have telephones?
Sorry, Your Honor, they have text now phones. So I have been in communication with mom and dad prior to today through text message.
So the phones they have only allow text messaging? They don't allow telephone calls?
That is what was reported to me by themselves. They said that they have text now numbers and that they can only text on them. I have not heard from mom or dad since yesterday morning. Mom was asking about housing assistance, but I responded back to her and I never got a text message back from her yesterday.
All right. And Shannon, who represents dad? Mr. Kelly. Have you both received a copy of the petition?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have, Your Honor.
I'm assuming you've had no opportunity yet to speak with your clients to see what their wishes are?
That is correct.
Correct, Your Honor.
Well, seems like then what I need to do is set the matter for trial. So apparently the numbers that are on the petition are text only. If you could attempt to make contact with your clients, arrange for a conversation, it'd be nice if that would take place before the trial.
Under these circumstances, wouldn't a pretrial make sense, Your Honor? You'd hate to get to court on the morning of trial. We still haven't contacted our clients.
I wouldn't mind if that happened, that we would just schedule it for a different date and do a pretrial. But we have a pretrial today and they didn't show up. So
Oh, today's the pretrial?
I'm sorry, apparently it wasn't. It was set as a prelim. All right. So we'll do that. Although if they didn't show for this, they're probably not going to show for a pretrial either.
Probably not.
But we'll set a pretrial for March 30th. That's quite a ways off, Shannon. I'm a little concerned we're waiting that long. Well, it's sort of in home. We haven't removed from the parents. They voluntarily placed with another caregiver. I got a feeling if the child were in home right now, there isn't a home to be in, and we'd probably be seeing something more serious in terms of the request for relief. Am I correct on that, Ms. Sanfilippo?
Yes.
So I think sooner rather than later is probably a good idea, Shannon. Let's do a pretrial in 2 weeks. If our schedule. February 20. February 23 at 8:30 for a pretrial trial. I'm sorry, Shannon, you said March 2nd at 1 p.m. All right, so if you could try to make some contact between now and then. I'm afraid we're going to do a pretrial. We're going to be right where we are today. If the parents aren't going to elect to participate, if at least there could be some communication before then. I get if they don't have the technology to be able to connect, that's challenging. We need to figure that out, but if we can provide some guidance to them, I'm not sure what that would be, but we need to find a way for them to be able to participate.
Your Honor, is there any way that the agency, if they've had contact, the agency could request the parents to come in to the agency so they could use the phone so that Mr. Kelly and I could?
Right, have them provide our phone numbers so they could actually call us.
Right.
Your Honor, can I say something real quick?
No.
Sure.
Okay, so they were at the last court hearing, so their phones are enabled to do the video as we're doing now through the internet at the hotel. So they had the ability to be here today. And we have a court order that we've asked that dad be ordered out of the home attached to this.
Where are the kids currently at?
With an
They're
aunt.
with the grandmother.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the kids are not physically with mom or dad, and we're assuming mom or dad still living at that hotel.
Yeah, I wonder if we don't put a similar order to what we did with the case this morning where the children are not allowed to reside with the father. I think that would kind of, that might be the best of all circumstances, because especially with them being transferred.
I can just include it in this order. The home that you wanted the father ordered out of is the home of whoever currently has placement?
No, Your Honor.
It's anytime. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Well, they don't have a home. How do I order him out of a home if we don't have a home to order him out of?
Right. That's why I would just ask that the court order that the father not reside in the same home as the children, Your Honor.
That's easy. I can put that in
with a
this
supervised parenting time provision.
Makes sense.
That's easy. That's easy.
Honor, it was my understanding you're with the paternal aunt. Could I get someone from the agency to maybe email that information?
Yeah, I
yes.
think I saw it in the petition. All right, so I will include in this order that the children are not permitted to be with the unsupervised with the father? Does that cover the concerns?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll put that in. And that supervision, any restrictions on who would be doing the supervision?
We're requesting that supervised visits by DHHS.
Okay, that's what I'll put.
Or as designee, Your Honor. DHHS or as designee.
Okay. I think we've got that covered. I've given you your dates. Apparently, mom can have unsupervised visits, but dad cannot, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And technically, the children are released to the mother's care. She's just chosen to find an alternative caregiver to render that care, correct?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Your
There's
Honor.
been no removal from the mother.
Okay. I think that does it for today then. Shannon, I had one other file here. McGuire, what is this?
It said at 1 o'clock, Your Honor.
Yeah, we're expecting that to be a plea. I will send a no contest basis to Ms. Carroll for that this afternoon.
Okay, very good. We'll see you all back at 1 o'clock then.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you.